Now at 10, Outreach Therapy in Joplin invites families out to see the new pediatric clinic. Plus an update on the Miami Senior Center after the city took control of the facility and its finances. And the Joplin School District has a plan for area 4-year-olds to take their education to the next level.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Joplin Therapy Clinic for Kids welcomed the public out to check out the new facility this evening, as well as a holiday event. This is KOIM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Outreach Therapy in Joplin hosted a trick-or-treat event for kiddos. The new outpatient pediatric therapy clinic opens for business this Friday. The clinic focuses on occupational, speech, and physical therapy needs for youth ages 3 to 17.
They can get it in First Steps, which is a wonderful program from 0 to 3 in the home, but once they turn 3, they can't get it. They can get it at the schools, but there's no outpatient facility that has a lot of room for them. So this is all pediatrics. There's swings, balls, rock walls, all kinds of things. We will serve kids with all types of disabilities.
McCullough worked in therapy for 30 years before opening her own clinic. In an effort to improve the Miami Senior Center, the city took control of the center and now they're making upgrades. KOIM's Melissa Alexis spoke to the Miami City Attorney.
More viable entity that will generate more interest on the part of our senior citizens. Give them a place to go and have fun.
The City of Miami is making strides to make the Miami Senior Center an enjoyable place for residents ages 60 and over.
We're taking it under the city's wings to run it. We hope to build the center back up.
Thanks to a $75,000 grant, the Senior Center will soon have some upgrades to the building and the layout of it.
Adding more kitchen space in it. We're planning on refurbishing several parts of the building itself.
The city doesn't plan on stopping there. They want to continue to make improvements and generate even more interest from the community.
Wanting to make it a place that people want to come, that they do come and have fun and have educational, fun-filled things to do at the center.
The Miami City Attorney says there has been an uptick in sign-up interest at the Senior Center, and he even has recently signed up to become a member himself. Reporting in Miami, Melissa Alexis, KOIM News.
The City of Miami plans to appoint a new committee that'll help with decisions concerning the Senior Center. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for our first look at the weather.
And we had record highs once again for us today. Kind of blew the records out of the water. Almost 90 degrees for a high. 89 is where we topped out. 62 is where we started. Record was 84 set way back in 1950. Outside right now, we're sitting upper 70s. We're going to stay fairly mild tonight. We're going to drop off near 70 later on tonight. We do have some mid and upper level clouds, which are streaming through. And we are watching our next storm system rolling in, a level 2 out of 5 severe threat. This is going to be for Wednesday evening. So some pretty good thunderstorms are going to be rolling through the region, which is great. We don't want severe weather, but we definitely need the rain. Has been a problem today. The very strong southerly winds near 50 miles per hour. And these are going to stay strong again tomorrow, 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts, and even into Wednesday as well. We'll talk more about this here in a bit.
Doug, thanks. Yeah, it was windy. Those high winds helped fuel a fast-moving grass fire this evening. The fire spread south of Ivy Road and Country Road 197 outside of Carthage. 20 to 30 mile per hour winds pushed that fire quickly with gusts up to 45 miles an hour. The National Weather Service had issued a wind advisory earlier for Barton, Jasper, McDonald, Newton, and Vernon counties in southwest Missouri. Just after 7, the fire was declared contained as it had burned to the Ruby Jack Trail and simply ran out of grass to burn. This was the third and the largest grass fire of the day just for the Carthage Fire Department. The Baxter Springs Police Department hosted a DARE graduation ceremony for 3 fifth grade classes today. That ceremony took place at the Central Elementary School. DARE, which stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education, is a 10-week program intended to give students the skills to help resist peer pressure to experiment with drugs and alcohol. Joplin School District is now accepting enrollment applications for 3 neighborhood-based preschool classrooms for 4-year-olds. The program is called Little Eagles Flight School. Students in Irving, Royal Heights, and Soaring Heights attendance zones all are going to pilot the program. The goal is to help kids gain the skills necessary for kindergarten. Some early voters in Neosho County, Kansas run into a ballot error. That story's coming up. And Jasper County election officials want to remind voters about a no electioneering zone around polling sites. We'll explain.
And our families, not politicians.
A mistake on some Southeast Kansas ballots means some early voters might not be finished voting. Voters in Neosho County, Kansas are voting for judges this election season after early ballots left them off. According to the Neosho County Clerk's Office, drafted ballots did include the judges, but when they went to print, the back of the pages was not included. The mistake wasn't noticed until the second day of early voting. The county clerk's office created an addendum ballot until corrected ballots could arrive. And for those voters who cast their ballots before the mistake was realized, well, they'll still have the opportunity to vote for the judicial positions.
No one is voting twice for the twice at all or twice for the same races. Absolutely not. No, everyone was provided one chance to vote for each race. They're getting mailed just those judges' races that they should have received in the first place.
The Neosho County Clerk's Office has now received corrected ballots. It'll be used from now on for both early voting and the general election day on November 5th. As that election day nears, officials in Jasper County, Missouri want to remind voters that the state has electioneering laws. Those laws include a no electioneering zone within 25 feet of a polling site. That means a ban on clothing, buttons, or signs that promote a political candidate or stance within that area. Voters found in violation, such as those wearing a shirt that breaks electioneering laws, they'd be asked by poll workers to change or to turn their shirt inside out. The objective behind these regulations is to ensure a hassle-free voting environment. The final full week of the 2024 campaign begins tomorrow, and both candidates are crisscrossing battleground states, making their closing arguments today. Vice President Kamala Harris barnstormed in Michigan, and former President Donald Trump rallied in Georgia. But as Danya Bacchus explains, Trump's trying to distance himself from comments made at a recent event.
At a rally in Atlanta, former President Donald Trump had good things to say about his controversial rally Sunday night.
I mean, we filled up Madison Square Garden last night. We could have filled it up 10 times.
The New York City event included a steady stream of vitriol and incendiary jokes. Comedian Tony Hinchcliffe has drawn the most controversy.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
After the rally, the Trump campaign said the joke does not reflect the views of the former president. Monday, the campaign told CBS News they struck other offensive jokes from his set ahead of time. Hinchcliffe has refused to apologize, despite widespread condemnation from Puerto Rican political leaders, celebrities, and voters.
The comments that happened yesterday, I finally said, no, I have to be in the right side of the history.
Puerto Ricans are American citizens, and there are millions that live in battleground states. Both candidates are vying for the Latino vote, and a new CBS News poll shows the race is a dead heat, so little fluctuations could make a difference. Vice President Kamala Harris condemned the joke and released a new ad reminding viewers about Trump's response to Hurricane Maria in 2017. Monday night, she rallied in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
So either it's Donald Trump sitting in there, stewing over his enemies list, or me, with your help, working for you, checking off my to-do list.
Nearly 45 million Americans have already cast a ballot, including President Biden Monday in Delaware and 40% of eligible voters in Georgia. But data from Pennsylvania shows fewer voters have cast early ballots so far compared to 2020. Danya Bacchus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Vice President Harris's campaign says she'll deliver her closing arguments tomorrow in Washington, D.C. Former President Trump will hold several events in Pennsylvania. A little later, it might be late in the year, but warm weather means pests have a good reason to hang around. We're going to have some simple tips and tricks for dealing with insects in your house coming up.
Warm weather also means the threat for some severe weather. We're going to look at that coming up.
Not crazy, it's Casey's.
Well, of course, it turned out to be a warm/hot day for us today. Very windy, winds gusting 40 upwards to 50 miles per hour at times. And it's going to stay windy as we go through the overnight hours tonight as well. Nice shot of our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Indigo is just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Look at these temperatures. It's 10:15 at night. Our average high is 66. And most of us are sitting 79, 80 degrees. So we are well above our average high during the overnight hours. 79 south winds at 21, but gust over the past hour of 36 miles per hour. And you can see the strong southerly winds kicking in, sustained right around 20. And we're going to have gusts near 30 tonight, and then back between 30 and 40 as we go into Tuesday. And even on Wednesday, we'll have gusts in that 30 to 40 mile per hour range. So it's going to be way up there as we go through the next couple days. We do have some mid and upper level clouds kind of streaming across the region. Besides that, we are staying dry. But here's our storm system. Next system building the western third of the country. This system will change our weather up as we go through the next few days. So we are going to have a severe threat. This is going to be on Wednesday, level 2 out of 5 across the region. And main threat is going to be gusty winds and some large hail. Timing 6 p.m. to about midnight. I'm going to keep the tornado threat low just because these storms are going to come in after sunset. So the atmosphere will try to stabilize just a little bit. But still, it's going to be pretty breezy across the region. We are going to have some pretty strong storms working through. And again, we do have that low severe threat. All right, so by morning, near 70. We warm near 80 by noon. A lot of mid and upper level clouds. Most of us 82, 83 degrees for afternoon highs. The winds stay strong tomorrow night. We only dip back near 70 again. A lot of clouds on Wednesday. This may help us out just a bit, keeping that instability down just a little bit. Random shower popping up late in the day, and then we're going to watch these storms marching in. Again, main threat, gusty winds, large hail, get into our western viewing area. By 6 p.m., start marching east. Here's 8 p.m., Fort Scott to Bartlesville. By 10 p.m., right along the I-44 corridor. By midnight, into our eastern counties. By 2 a.m., gone. But we should get some pretty good rainfall amounts with that line pushing through. It looks like it's going to be pretty heavy amounts of rain, so 1 upwards to 2 inches of rain. Very possible with this next system. All right, day planner, 69 start, 76 by noon. High temp, 82 degrees. Let's jump into Thursday evening. All the rain's going to be out of here, so for trick-or-treaters, a little chilly, but not bad. Sliding back through the 50s as we go into Thursday evening. A little bit cooler Thursday and Friday, and then check this out. Here's our next storm system. More rain, heavy rain, moving in just in time for the weekend. 82 on Tuesday, 79 on Wednesday, 63 on Halloween, 68 on Friday, and then look at those chances for rain. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Temps kind of all over the place, but it's just really good to see rain on here, especially after seeing all the fires that kind of flared up today.
Yeah, we've needed that rain for a good long time. Thanks, Doug. Even after a hard freeze, pest control companies are staying busy with calls because of the continuing warm weather and what has been to this point a drought. Nick Kelly has some insight on what you can do to keep the bugs away.
Well, it's been so dry, that might have slowed pests a little bit. You know, if we could get some moisture, that'll really help. But no, we've had our ongoing issues with spiders in the fall, stinging insects a lot.
For homeowners looking for tips on prevention before calling, experts say simple and inexpensive steps around the home can help. Trimming trees and bushes away from your home eliminates easy ways for bugs to get in or near your home. Clearing away any leaves or debris from your gutters and around your home will prevent bugs from gathering up. Inside your home, keeping things clean and keeping any food, especially dog food, in sealed containers eliminates potential food sources for bugs. Any small cracks in the foundation can be sealed with inexpensive elastometric caulk, and check your window screens for damage.
There's a lot of hardware stores around town, whether it's national or locally owned, where you can actually take your screen. If you take it out and it needs to be rescreened, it's a simple process. It doesn't cost a lot of money.
When it comes to do-it-yourself products like homemade bug repellents or products at retail, they may not be worth their money in the long run.
If you don't take it right to the source, you never really can get control. Then you get frustrated. You've spent that money. It can end up with multiple trips to the hardware store buying multiple products.
Instead of wasting money on the wrong product and using it incorrectly, reach out to the pros. They'll have the right treatment and the right technique to keep your home pest-free as we head into the cooler months.
Coming up in sports, Kansas City Chiefs add another player ahead of the NFL trade deadline. Plus, Jasper High School volleyball aims for a spot in the district championship game. Brock Baldridge has those highlights and more up next.
Have you ever given Jesus your...
Well, Pitt State football is coming off one of its biggest wins of the season. Last Saturday, the Gorillas went on the road to beat the only remaining undefeated team in the MIAA. Make it 5 straight wins for the Gorillas after a 35-21 win over Central Oklahoma. Pittsburgh State is now in first place in the MIAA Conference. The Gorilla defense held UCO scoreless in the fourth quarter. Head coach Tom Anthony spoke about what it takes for this program to win big games against nationally ranked opponents.
Just the work these guys have put in, our leadership that's been here for multiple years now, that have played in a lot of these big games. I mean, they know what it takes. They know the preparation that it entails. They know the execution that it entails if you want to win these games. So just incredible. And again, I'm sure I'll process it a little more on the bus ride home.
Practicing with these guys every day, you know, I think we got the best defense in the country, and it was good to see those guys make plays, you know, see everybody make plays, the defense play together and keep them from getting into the end zone. Somebody had to give them a loss, and I'm glad it's us.
This morning, the latest AFCA coaches poll was released. Pittsburgh State jumps up only 1 spot from a week ago. However, the Gorillas are back in the top 5. Valdosta State takes the top spot, ranked number 1. Ferris State is ranked number 2, but remember, Pitt State beat Ferris State all the way back in August, so that's a good resume builder for the Gorillas. As we see, Pitt State's ranked number 5, and the Gorillas will host Central Missouri at home this Saturday with kickoff scheduled at 2 p.m. We've reached postseason high school volleyball in the state of Missouri. Tonight, we have a handful of matchups. A few of our local teams aim for a spot in the District 11 championship game at the Class 1 level. Northeast Vernon County is on the road tonight. They face one of the best teams in the state as the Jasper Eagles. First set right here, Crystal Smith sets up Olivia Roberts. She gets the kill, and Jasper has an early lead. We go later in the set now. Anna Garcia for Northeast Vernon County keeps this between the lines, and that's going to be a point for the Lady Knights. Next serve here, Mackenzie Lee spikes it and finds the open floor. But Jasper, well, they start to settle in now. Eagles start to go on a run. Crystal Smith gets the kill right here. Jasper wins the first set 25-9. We go over to the third set now. Here's Smith again. That ball hits the top of the net, has enough velocity on it for the kill. And we go to match point. Aspen Lehman comes from the corner, finishes up the game with some authority. Jasper wins the district, advances to the district title game. Lady Eagles win the set 3-0. Over to the second game of the night, Liberal Lady Bulldogs face the Rich Hill Lady Tiger, but both teams meet for the second time this season. In the first set, Kale Hatfield puts some heat on it. No one's able to dig that one. Later in the first, similar play here, but this time it's Allie Barton who gets the kill. Liberal wins the first set 25-18. We go to the second set now. Check out this dig by Braylon Frieden. Taylor Swarns does the rest to get over the net. Then we go to match point. Allie Barton's going to end this one right here. And Liberal takes care of business. Lady Bulldogs, they win 3-0. They will face Jasper tomorrow night in the District 11 championship game. Last but not least, the El Dorado Springs Bulldogs are playing in the Class 2 District 12 championship game tonight. Bulldogs fought hard, but ultimately they fell in this one 3-1. Bear Grove advances to sectionals. They will face the Diamond Wildcats this Thursday. It's Monday, and that means it's time for our Performance of the Week. We wrapped up the regular season for high school football in Missouri on Friday night, and well, this was easily the game of the year in the COC Conference. This week, our Performance of the Week winner is the Joplin Eagles. Joplin goes on the road to defeat the Webb City Cardinals 43-42 in overtime. The Eagles went for a 2-point conversion, and John Jasper made the game-winning catch in the end zone for the win. To vote on next week's Performance of the Week, just head over to KOAMNewsNow.com/vote. Well, the Chiefs aren't done adding pieces yet. Kansas City makes a trade to acquire Josh Uche from the New England Patriots. The Chiefs give away a 2026 sixth-round draft pick for Uche. Kansas City makes that move ahead of the NFL trade deadline, which is on November 5th. That's your look for sports. Back with more news after this.
It's warm, it's windy. Hold on, because eventually it's going to be rainy, we're hoping.
Yeah, but the winds are going to be sticking around as we go through the next couple days. So watch out for that with fire danger. Of course, we're under an extreme drought, but we are going to take a turn here. We got thunderstorms Wednesday evening. Not only are we going to get rain, these could be strong to severe. So we got to watch that. Halloween's looking good. More rain moving in over the weekend, very heavy amounts of rain. If you combine our storm system on Wednesday and then the one we're going to have this weekend, a lot of areas could pick up 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches of rain, which would do a massive dent.
That's a lot of runoff. It'll help a lot of those farm ponds for sure, and just to generally soak the area. We need that. Final sports note.
Yeah, the Dodgers, they're up 4-0 right now against the New York Yankees in the World Series. So if the Dodgers hang on to win this one, looks like they could maybe get a sweep. We'll have to see.
Yeah, there are a lot of people out there who don't care so much for the Yankees and wouldn't
or
be
the Dodgers, even for that matter.
Well, that's true too, I suppose. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m. and let's make it a great tomorrow.